What's going on with y'all boys? Today we have the summary for the next chapter of One Piece. One Piece chapter 1089. So let's not waste any time. Let's get into it because this summary is pretty long. I can't even if I put it like this, I can't even see it. So that just shows you how long it is. But let's get into it. Little summary of the chapter by myself. Of course, this summary is from Radon. Thanks to Radon, of course. The chapter is 17 pages long. It's titled Barricading Incident, and the reader request cover for this chapter is: a cow waiter on two legs brings Nami a love letter from Sanji that is hiding outside. Hey, look, that sounds cute. The chapter begins at Fuchsia Village. Whoop Slap is reading about Garp in the newspaper. Whoop Slap trusts that Garp will be fine, but Makino's son is laughing at Luffy's photo in the newspaper. It's the normal Luffy photo, not the Gear 5 one. Makino talks with their son. She says, You've grown to be just like Luffy Oni-chan, right? Cut to Mr. Kobolo to Dadan's family's base. We see Dadan's reaction to the news in the newspaper. She's asking in tears what Garp and Luffy are up to. Suddenly, a huge earthquake starts. It takes place 6 days after the Lucia destruction. Man, Lucia got, bro. That wasn't a destruction. That was an annihilation, an evisceration. What do you mean, bro? Lulusia never existed, by the way. I don't know what he's talking about. What's Lulusia, guys? I don't even know what that is, bro. Like, what are you talking about? But there's a huge hole in the middle of the sea at the place where Lulusia Kingdom once lay, just like the hole beneath Eni's lobby. We then cut to people all over the world feeling the earthquake. We can see Momonosuke of Wano Kuni, Olisa in Wano Kuni, Iceberg in Water 7. It's been a long time since we've seen Iceberg. That's crazy. Hina from Marine headquarters, Emu in Marie-Joie, Laboon. It's been a while since we've seen Laboon too, bro. Laboon in Twin Cape, some prisoners in Impel Down, citizens of Logtown, and Ivankov in Kamabaka Queendom. We also see some random islands too. The sea around the world rises by 1 meter, sinking many of these islands. So, bro, one day the island people are just walking, going on with their life, and then another day they're just sinking, all drowning underwater, bro. That's crazy. Then back to Fusa Village, where villagers are looking at the rising tides. Whoop Slap is looking nervous as well. Cut to Egghead Island. Marine battleships are surrounding the island. Kizaru destroys one of Vegapunk's Sea Beast weapon with a normal beam, but Kizaru has not started the attack yet since he doesn't want to cause too much damage to the island. Kizaru calls Sentomaru and asks him to surrender, but Sentomaru refuses. We see a little flashback panel of young Kizaru demonstrating his beam to young Vegapunk and a child Sentomaru. Kizaru is sitting on the ground while he's shooting the beams with his finger into the air. Sentomaru continues talking. He says, Uncle Punk managed to develop Pacifista's laser by doing research on your power. I can't believe you are the one coming to kill him. Kizaru says, unfortunately, I can't cover you from the researching the Void Sentry charges, Sentomaru-kun. At the end of the day, I have to obey orders. We can see that around Egghead Island, there are 100 marine battleships, 9 vice admirals, and 30,000 marine soldiers in total, as well as Saint Saturn and Kizaru. Doberman and Doll are part of the vice admirals, but there are new characters too, as we have seen. They first appeared, or we saw some of them in chapter 1078. So there's the new characters right there. Saint Saturn is having a meal inside of his room. Vice Admiral Doberman enters and reports the overall situation. We can see a recap of the entire Egghead Island where all the characters are. We can see a recap of the whole Egghead Island where we see all the characters as chibi characters. So basically, if you've seen in the anime, I know they do this in the anime a lot. In arcs like Eni's Lobby, Dressrosa, Whole Cake Island, where they'll have at the beginning of episodes, they'll have a little recap where they show where the characters are with little chibi faces. It's kind of like that. Saturn orders Doberman to sink the researcher's ship that escaped the island earlier as well. Cut to Egghead. York is calling Marijois, complaining about why they tried to kill her along with the other Vegapunk. The five elders reply that they saw her as no different from the other Vegapunk. However, after the Lulucia incident, they had a new idea, and they might keep York to help them with producing more of the Mother Flame weapons. It's revealed that York is the one who sent the Mother Flame to the five elders. The power plant for producing them is on Egghead as well. York made the five elders promise not to hurt her or the research laboratory and to make her a Tenaru Bito. The five elders agree. We see that Saturn and Kizaru are also listening in. However, in the final double spread of the chapter, we can see that York is making the call in tears with Zoro's sword on her neck. Usopp is the one setting up the Denden Mushi. York ends the conversation screaming for help. Save me from Luffy. The five elders, Saturn and Kizaru, are shocked, since until then, they were under the impression that the York managed to defeat everyone using the Serapeum before calling them to Marijois. We can see that the rest of the Straw Hat crew, Bonnie, Lucci, and the real Vegapunk, that he's already packed his bags, he's ready to leave, are eating and chilling behind York, Zoro, and Usopp. It's crazy that they're just chilling, just sitting around, eating while this is happening. It's a funny scene. I can't wait to see it. Nami says, I get the entire situation now. Vegapunk says, so that's how it is. Bonnie says, this is really a barricading incident. Bro, she said it! She said the chapter! She said the chapter name! But Luffy says, I don't really get it, but we just have to use her as a shield to escape, right? That's where the chapter ends. There's a break next week. This is a jump break, not an Oda break. So all Shonen Jump manga are on break next week. So my thoughts here, my preliminary thoughts are that I'm happy we're finally back on Egghead. It's been so long. It's been a while. It's been like a few months. And I'm happy, man. I'm happy to see the Straw Hats again. They're not in this chapter until the very end, but it's happy. It's great to see them nonetheless. The kind of chapter this seems to be, it's like, when something big happens in One Piece, like sometimes an episode, the next episode will be like a news episode where the news goes around the world and the people are all reacting to it. They're reacting to current events that we've just seen. So this is basically what most of the chapter seems like. And of course, everybody, the Straw Hats, Bonnie, Vegapunk have taken York hostage. Obviously, she was revealed to be a traitor a little while ago, so they've taken her hostage, and they know everything that's gone. That they know what's happening. They know what's happening, and they're gonna try to escape. So, of course, the chapter should be out tomorrow. I will post my review once I read it. As soon as I read it, I'll post my review. And yeah, that's all from me. I'll see you on the next one.